Yo. What's poppin'? Back in this bitch. What's going on, everybody? What's good? Shout out to all y'all in the chat. Shout out to April MC in the building with your sexy ass literally in the building because she's right there on the couch chilling. So guys, I'm not gonna be on here too long, but I gotta remind you guys. I have to remind you guys that the actual Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale is still on. You have one more day to take advantage, because on Monday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it is over. It's finished. It's a wrap. It's done. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't want you guys hitting me up and like, yo, Locario, what's up? I'm trying to. No. It's done on Monday nights, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Black Friday sale is done. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play the trailer of the Black Friday Cyber Monday sale, and then we're gonna get back to some game. We're gonna get into some real shit, man. And let's get this cracking. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, MrLocario, the bad boy of the dating game, and it's that time of the year where I drop my Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. All right. So this year, what you're gonna get is when you buy the Truth About the Game seminar, you're going to get the Bad Boy seminar for free. Okay, so basically you're getting 2 seminars for the price of 1. Now remember, this is only from Black Friday to Cyber Monday. Okay, so make sure that you guys click the link below to get your copy of the Truth About the Game seminar, and you'll get the Bad Boy seminar for free for the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale.
I have a boyfriend.
Get out of here.
You're important because you're different. You're not a creep or somebody to be flaked on.
She could have talked to 15, 20, 30 different guys today. Then you came up and you just said, hey, what's up? How you doing? And she's like, oh, who's this? You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength that you're you.
If you like checking the girl out as she walks past you, do that shit. Did she call you a creep for that? Fuck her.
You've been living in a society that's been pumping you for 30 years to tell you you ain't shit.
So I'm not asking you for anything. I'm presenting an opportunity for you to get to know me because I'm that dude. Like, you see what I'm saying? I am that dude. My name is Miles Cunningham. What they're really doing is they're deflecting. They're deflecting because they all know this is a fucking game. They don't wear dresses like this because they don't know that that you guys want to put your dick in them. They know this. They know this. It's a game. First rule. Never listen to women.
The only thing you need to listen to a woman is when she says no or I'm pregnant. Everything else you don't need to, that's it. All right, we back. Shout out to Unique 79 in the building. Reed R, D's Nuts in the building. What's going on? Taurus Star, True Color, W. Alfonso Alton, what's up? Angel, what's good? Dante, what up? King Arts, all about the Benjamins in the building. A Wallaby in the building. What's going on, guys? So, real quick, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually be responding to an email that I got, right? So, someone sent me an email, and remember, guys, if you want to guarantee that your question will be answered, make sure you click the link below, send me an email, and, we will make it happen. And remember, you got to send that donation, though. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want it to be answered within 24 hours, right, you send that donation. You feel me? So I'm going to read this real quick, right? And it was from somebody who actually sent me an email a while ago. So this is like a follow-up, sort of like response or whatever. So I'm gonna put part of it on the screen, and it's gonna be a little small, but I'm gonna read this out loud and I'll have it on the screen so you guys can read along if you can see it on the screen. So it's really, a little, but let's make it happen. So it says, I'm asking a follow-up question regarding a question I sent you a couple of months ago in which you created a video response, the dangers of men seeking validation for women. I'm requesting that you don't create another video response, but respond to me directly in the email. So now he wanted me to respond to him in the email because I think he kind of feels some sort of way about what I'm about to say or what was going on. And what I want to say to the person who sent me this email, I want you to understand something. And I want you guys to know that a lot of times when you have confidence issues, when you're not confident, you're worried about what other people are thinking, which is why he didn't want me to do the video, but then he just said, fuck it, just do the video, right? And you have to understand that when you're a confident man, you don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks. And what you're going to notice in this email is he really cares about, what this girl was thinking and why shit went the way it was. But also in this email, it's going to go exactly to the topic of the show, where I'm talking about how your behavior makes you unattractive. But let's continue, right? So he says, in the email, I talked about how I was feeling a certain, he was like, I was feeling a certain kind of way. I was feeling a certain kind of, way, and confused as to why a former female friend of mine thought I was weird/awkward when we first met, and asked you why you thought she may have thought I was weird. You responded with saying it was likely because I was giving off inconsistent energy throughout the approach, because I asked her for her number saying I needed it for notes, but then I flipped it and asked her if she wanted to get together like that the next day, and that I was likely giving off inconsistent energy throughout the approach, right? So then he says, so I want to clarify that the reason I asked her for her number saying I needed it for notes was because I was nervous and scared of getting rejected. I knew that I should have asked her if she wanted to get together like that in the approach itself, but I got scared last minute and asked her for her number in what I felt was a rejection-proof way, which was saying I needed it for notes, and thought if she was into me, it wouldn't have mattered if I flipped it saying I wanted to get together like that the next day. I didn't clarify in my original email I sent you because I didn't think it was important, but now I'm realizing I should have been more specific as to why I asked her for her number, saying I needed it for notes. Since I didn't clarify this in my original email, I feel as if you thought I asked her for her number saying I needed it for notes because I didn't know any better, which was not the case. I did know better, but just got scared of being rejected last minute. Does this change your reason as to why you think she thought I was weird when we first met? Or do you still think I was coming off weird for the same reason you initially stated in your first email? I look forward to hearing from you. Whew, all right. That was the longest email. Jesus Christ. But anyway, this is what's going on here, people. This is what's going on here, people. So basically, this dude, right? He liked this chick that was in a school. He said to her, let me get your number so I could, hit you up for some notes. But he really wanted to holler at her. So then after he got her number, he hollered at her and was like, let's hook up and get together or go on a date or whatever it is. And basically, what happened was, shit didn't go down the way he wanted it to go and all that other stuff, so forth and so on. You understand? Now, this is the thing you guys have to understand, right? Because he was saying, if she liked me, I didn't think that it would have mattered if I said to her, hey, give me your number for notes. And then I call her later and then say, hey, actually, I really wanted to go out with you and hang out with you and hook up with you, right? And this goes to the topic of the show today. Your behavior makes you unattractive, even if you're good looking. Now, I don't know if this guy considers himself good looking or if the girl thought he was good looking or whatever it is, but I added the good looking part on purpose, right? Now, the reason why I did this is because what happens is that a lot of guys don't understand how their actions make them unattractive to women. You understand? So the fact that he said to her, let me get your number for notes, and then he tried to holler at her later on some let's get together stuff, again, that's him being inconsistent, which he said, in the email, which I said the last time, right? So he was saying, well, does it matter now because I was nervous and that's the reason why I said it? And would she still think I'm weird if she knew that was the issue and yada, 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 right? That part is actually irrelevant. The part that's relevant is this, right? Because he said, would it have mattered if she liked me if I would have hit her up later and said, instead of the notes, I really just wanted to go out with you? He's saying if she liked me, would it have mattered if I did that? Right? Now, what I'm trying to tell you guys is this, and using this example is this. it's almost impossible. I'm not going to say impossible. Impossible is a strong word. Let me take that back. I'm going to say this. What it is that your actions make it hard for her to like you. You understand what I'm saying? Like, have you guys ever heard of the phrase when a woman says he was cute until he opened his mouth? You understand what I'm saying? Which means that this guy was attractive, or I thought he was cute, until he said what he said, you know, and the things that he was saying turned me off. Right? Now, what happened is that your actions make it hard for her to like you. So you're saying, well, would it have mattered if she liked me? But how can she like you based off of your actions? Because your actions is making it hard for her to like you. So what does this mean? Let's say she thought you was physically attractive. Let's say she thought you was cute, right? But now what happened is you said to her, give me your number so I can hit you up for some notes. Then all of a sudden you say, hey, actually, what I really wanted to do was take you out or hook up with you. So what's up? So now what's going to happen is this. She's going to say to herself, well, wait a second. Why didn't you just tell me that in the first place? Right? And then you're probably thinking, what's the big deal? Because if you like me, it shouldn't matter. But guess what happens though? That same woman, right? What she's doing is she's comparing your actions to the actions of other guys who've done similar things. So there were other guys who tried to get with her, right? Who first pretended they wanted something else. They were like, girl, come on, we could just be friends and all this other stuff. And she's like, all right, cool. We'll just chill and we can be friends. And then later on, he calls her and he says, actually, by the way, I was thinking that, you know, I got your number because I really want to, like, you know, get together with you and hook up with you. And then she says, you know, I'm not really interested. I think we should just be friends. Right? And then that guy, I'm just using an example. Let's say that guy starts feeling a certain type of way because he got rejected. So then that same type of dude ends up calling her every damn day. He's like, yo, but what's up? Well, how come we can't do this? And how come we can't do that? And she's like, yo, I told you, chill. I'm not really feeling you like that. I'm not really trying to do that. And then next thing you know, he ends up stalking her ass. You understand what I'm saying? Next thing you know, he starts acting needy. So what happens is that his behavior, right, is showing her that he's this goofy, weird type of dude because he's acting all needy. Now, you might not necessarily be that needy guy, but your actions are similar to guys who act that way. So even though she thought you were probably, you know, an attractive dude physically, she's like, oh, he's a cute guy, whatever. The actions you take indicate to her that you might be the guy that's going to fucking stalk her. You might be the guy that's going to act needy. You might be the guy that's going to act all weird. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that a lot of times your behavior is going to make you unattractive. So you asking a question, well, I didn't think it would matter if she liked me if all of a sudden I flipped the script. The fact that you did flip the script is the thing that made her unattracted to you. Because now she's seeing you as a guy who's not consistent, a guy who's not confident, right? Because even in your email, you're saying, you know, you didn't really want me to, you know, say the email in front of people, right? That's one. You said you were nervous to really even be upfront with her. That's two. So you're a guy who's nervous and who has insecurities. Now I'm saying this to point this out to you that a woman, when she's dealing with you, if she sees that as your behavior, that you being that nervous, insecure guy, what she's saying to herself is, damn, the last nervous, insecure guy that I entertained, this shit went left. I had to block this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like having to go through that. So what happens is that your behaviors make a woman see you a certain way. And so what happens is that your behaviors can make a woman see you unattractive, but also on the flip side, your behaviors can make a woman see you as attractive. So this is why even if you're not necessarily her physical type, you understand, or her ideal type physically, if your behaviors is of a man who is confident, If your behaviors is of a man who's, on point, who cares about himself, who's the type of guy who has some sort of backbone and all this other stuff, she'll be attracted to you because you display qualities of the guys who were confident in her past. You display qualities of the guys who were on point in her past. So she's like, oh, okay, he's showing me those qualities. He is a guy who gets it, so I'm going to fuck with him. Versus if you're the type of guy who's nervous to talk to her, nervous to get the number or exchange numbers, nervous to let her know what you want to happen, then you remind her of the guys who she dealt with in the past who were also nervous and who also had that type of needy, clingy, weird ass energy. You see what I'm saying? So you guys have to understand how much your behaviors impact how much a woman is going to respond to you, respond or react to you. Right? Because even in your email, you was like, I asked her for the notes because I wanted a rejection-proof way to to get her. Like, you see that phrase, rejection-proof, ridiculous. There is no rejection proof. Nothing. You understand what I'm saying? There's no way to stop yourself from getting rejected. You understand? And see, a lot of guys, they don't realize how much their behavior causes women to not want to deal with them. Like even the other day, me and April was talking about on the last show. What was it? It was the guy who he called in and he said he wasn't getting second dates. Yeah. Right. You remember that guy? So he wasn't getting second dates. And I said to him, I said, are you like actually flirting with these girls? Are you kissing them? He's like, oh, I'm not doing any of that. But on top of that, the way he was talking, he sounded very boring. You understand what I'm saying? And so April was saying he must have either been a good looking dude, and those women like met him off the apps or whatever, and they didn't actually talk between time. They just texted, because she was like, if they talked to him, they would have probably never saw him on the first date. You understand? Because he had that boring type of energy. Right. Right, so he's relying on looks with no mouthpiece. Right, exactly. That's what it is. You see what I'm saying? So this is the thing, guys, is that you got to understand that your behaviors are going to express to a woman the type of guy you are. Because understand this, women, they gotta have a filtering system. And they have a quick filtering system because they have experience dealing with a number of different types of men. So if a woman has been getting hollered at heavy since she was 18 and she's 28 years old now, that's 10 years of her having experience dealing with guys who are nervous, needy, clingy, and weird. And then she also has experience dealing with guys who are confident, dominant, and who have that sexual attraction and energy going on in their situation. So when you start to do things or say things or act certain ways, she puts you in that category if you're on that clingy, needy, weird type of thing. And so this is why she'll automatically be like, nah, I'm not fucking with you. You understand? Because your behaviors are indicating to her you are not the guy she should be dealing with. You understand what I'm saying? And see, AT said it in the chat. Facts. He said all this guy did was delay the rejection. There's no such thing as rejection proof. Facts. That's facts. You understand? And I'm gonna get to some calls in a second. You said, Locario, you mentioned in an old stream that chicks have a type, but they also are attracted to a variety of men. For example, can a woman like a short, stocky dude and a tall, lanky dude just as much? Yes, exactly. Exactly. A lot of women have open types. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning they'll have a specific type of guy that they like. And I'm just talking straight physically at this point, right? But it also has to do with personality too. But I'm just off the physical. A woman might like a guy, like you said, who's a short, stocky dude, right? And then she might end up liking a guy who's tall. You understand? Might end up liking a guy who has muscles. End up liking a guy who's like, super slim. She might like a guy who has a beard and shit. She might like a guy who's clean shaven. You know what I'm saying? So she might have all these different type of looks that she's into. You understand what I'm saying? And then she might even like different types of personality types. You understand? And then she has, and then women will generally, just like you guys, you'll have a ideal type, which is, this is like my favorite type. You understand? So you might, for example, as a guy, you might say, well, my favorite type of woman is women who have, thick thighs, a fat booty, nice titties, pretty face. You understand? But you might end up meeting a girl who's super skinny, right? She got a pretty face, but she ain't got no fat ass and no big titties, but you'll still deal with her. You'll be like, well, she's cute. I'm attracted to her, like her. You understand? And so women are the same way. A lot of guys think that, when they're not well-versed in the game and they just don't know or understand how life works, they think, oh, all women only like this type of guy. You understand? He has to be 6'3", have a 6-pack, and a 20-inch dick. You understand what I'm saying? This is what y'all think. You understand? So, that's what the deal is. So Daryl said, Locario, what is the best way to become more assertive and not more of a pushover, not just with women, but with people in general and with authority? What is the thing? You got to sit back and you have to actually have a conversation with yourself and say, okay, self, what do I want to do in life? What makes me happy? And what do I enjoy doing when I'm spending my time doing whatever, right? Figure that out. And then you do that shit. You understand what I'm saying? See, the reason why you're a pushover is because you're putting other people's thoughts, feelings, and whatever in front of you, in front of your own, thoughts, actions, feelings, and all that other stuff. So you got to say, me first, and then I could get to y'all. You understand what I'm saying? In all of your situations, just like, again, when you're on the plane, they say, put the oxygen joint over your face first, and then you can help other people. So you got to help yourself first, and then you can worry about other people after that. You understand? So that's really what it is. But let's take some calls real quick. So guys, caller number is 5163-71224, 5163-71224. Donation rules are in effect. You feel me? Let me hit that shit again so you guys can hear the fucking money joint. And let's get it cracking. So let's go to 347 and then 646-862 and then 804. So let's go to 347. What's popping?
Yo, what up, Locario? This is Young Grandpa, man.
What up, my brother? Did you donate?
Yeah, I donated. I got a quick question on that donation thing too, though.
You did it. It was good.
I don't mind looking out, but for the bad boy members, do we have to also donate when we call it?
Yes, sir. You do. Hell yeah.
All right, got you.
What's good?
Yeah. So yeah, man. So I got a question too, right? Like it's like a 2-piece question. Because like as I'm reading your bad boy membership stuff about like, stages of a relationship, I'm wondering like should all girls start as a fuck buddy or like just something that you fucking?
Yes.
And then because like, all right, so you might, okay.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Like say like you might meet a chick.
Go ahead.
Okay. Because you might, I met this chick, right? And like you might actually like her more than fucking, or you might want more than just the fuck. But it's like I know you can't rush it, even though just because you want that, you can't put her in a position that she's not supposed to be in. So I was kind of like wondering about that.
Right. So let me ask you this question: What makes you like her like that?
I feel like we got a lot of similar interests.
Okay, and what? Give me an example.
Like we both into like carpentry, like building like furniture and shit like that.
Okay, and so now that you see that y'all have similar interests, what is your what's your idea or plan for like her? Meaning, because you're saying, well, if I like her, so because your question was, should you start out as fuck buddies or do you do something more? Like, what is your plan of doing something more with this woman? Like, let's say you've been kicking with her for a month and you're like, oh, I like her because we have similar interests. Like, what were you expecting to do more than just being a fuck buddy?
I've been watching a game, so I'm like, damn, I already know I gotta like keep it simple. But like I've been kind of fucking up at the same time because we be texting and talking and like kind of like chilling too. So she kind of asked me like, I'm confused because like she was like pretty much like, can you tell me exactly what we're doing? Because I'm confused. Like it's like you saying you want to fuck just like a fuck buddy, but then you doing like you hanging out and shit like you're cool and shit. So I'm like, damn, I'm like kind of confused myself because I don't want to rush the process, but like I would like to like vibe out with her more, like, you know, build shit with her and like hang out more with her and shit. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah.
Right, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. The reason why it's confusing to her is because you're doing all of this extra shit too early. See, this is the thing. Let me ask you this, right?
Right. Let's
say, you know, when people say, oh, you know, if you've been with like you hear people, they'll say, oh, if a woman is with a man, he should know if he wants to marry her within a year or 2 years, they should be getting engaged and yada, yada, yada. Right now, if those people are meant to be together, right? Would it matter if they got married in 2 years or 10 years, or would it not even matter? Like if they're meant to be together, it wouldn't matter, correct? So what I'm saying to you is that if this is a girl who's supposed to be with you and who's supposed to cooperate, who's supposed to be the type of chick that you can actually see yourself engaging in other shit with, she will be there. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's no need to rush it.
Yeah.
See, this is the problem though. The problem that happens when you rush it, right, is that you're saying, okay, I have similar interests, but having a relationship isn't just about having similar interests. You have to know how to get along with this woman. So let's say you have similar interests, but then let's say all of a sudden you realize she's an asshole. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's say she just cursed you out when she get up in the morning because she just pissed off about something. You see what I'm saying? And now let's say you're like, man, I made this girl my girlfriend and I didn't realize she had such a bad fucking attitude. You see what I'm saying? But you would have realized that beforehand if you would have not rushed into the situation. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the point.
Yeah, you know what I think too? Kind of like self-diagnosing, because I know you say the truth is inside of us, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like partly it's because like she's like the only girl that I'm talking to right now. So it's kind of like I'm putting more, like if I had more you know, more chicks in my rotation, I probably would let it play out how it's supposed to play out.
And that's another thing, because she's the only girl you fucking with, what happens is that because you want female energy around you, you're doing other things. You understand what I'm saying? With her.
Right.
You see what I mean? And so what you have to understand is this, is that, and see, when I tell you guys about vetting, and when I tell you guys to take it slow and you know, just have her as a fuck buddy, then after a while you can, you know, date her more and then give her some instructions, all this other stuff, is because it works on so many levels. Because what happens is that you want all of the things that's supposed to happen at the time when it's supposed to happen. So for example, if you first meet a girl, right? And I'm telling you, just smash her for the first 3 months. You understand what I'm saying? See her like maybe once every week, once every 2 weeks or whatever it is. And you just have sex with her, right? Because at this point, all you're giving her is the minimum, which is sex, right? So you're saying, hey, we can spend time together and we can have sex. And now we're having sex on a consistent basis. So that's all we're doing. This is all you have to do is open your legs and we're going to fuck. I'm going to put my penis in you. I'm going to move back and forth. We're going to have a good time. And that's what it's going to be right now. If you're able to do that for only 3 months, 3 months is not even a long time. If you're able to do that for 3 months without bugging me, without acting like a bitch, without giving me any fucking, attitude, then cool, we can move on to the next stage. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that what happens is a lot of y'all guys, because you want female energy around you so bad, you're like, oh, but she seems so cool because you're so used to chicks acting like fucking assholes to you. You're like, oh, she might be the one, and you try to rush this situation. And so what happens is that when you rush the situation or you do all these other things, what it does is that it speeds up her expectation. So now this is why you get the questions of, oh, so what are we doing? And where's this going? And what are we? And blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? So your actions and everything are getting her to feel entitled to being in a certain position already. You see what I'm saying? So like, for example, if I hire someone at my company And it's like the first, the first time I'm hiring them, and I'm supposed to put them in like an entry level position. And I say, you know what? You got this entry level position. You've been working here for 2 weeks, and I like the way you've been doing your thing. How about actually, I give you like, a fucking 100% raise or some shit. I'm gonna double and triple your salary, and I'm gonna move you into this office, and now I'm gonna make you the fucking, supervisor or manager of this department. You understand what I'm saying? Just off the bat like that. Now, because I made that happen in 2 weeks, right? What's gonna happen is that within 6 months, you're going to be like, yo, I want to be fucking vice president, or I want to have this other big fucking, stake in the company. I want my own parking spot. And you're like, damn, but you only been here for 6 months. But the reason why is because within 2 weeks, you already gave them this big fucking promotion. So all they can do is go up.
Right.
So when you've been dealing with a girl and you're like cuddling with her, taking her out to dinners and walks in the park and holding hands and all this other shit, she's not trying to go backwards. She's like, well, we doing all this shit. Well, when are you gonna give me the title as girlfriend? Like, I need the title like yesterday. We doing all this boyfriend girlfriend shit. I need to tell my homegirls I got a boyfriend because we doing this boyfriend girlfriend shit. And matter of fact, since it's only been 4 months and now I'm your girlfriend, we better be getting married in a year. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what you mean? You see what I'm saying? You're speeding up the process.
Yeah.
And she's not putting in any work, and she's not putting in any investment. So now she feels entitled to all this extra shit now. You see what I'm saying? That's what you gotta understand.
Yeah, that business example is fire, bro.
Right. That's all I'm saying. So that's what I try to get you guys to understand, because you got to remember, the more you do when you're dealing with a woman, right, the more entitled she's going to feel about what she can get out of this situation. You understand? Because if I meet a girl, right, and it's the first week I've been talking to her, and then I get together with her and we hook up, and I let her spend the night, and then the next day I say, hey, yeah, come back over to the crib, let's chill and fuck again. And then I get her to spend the night, right? So you do all this other shit. And then because I'm getting her to spend the night so quick, I'm feeding her. We talking about our hopes and dreams and all this other shit, right? Now it's fucking, 1 o'clock in the morning, and she woke up and she's like, oh, I had a bad dream. I want to talk to you. I just was thinking about you. I want to talk to you. The reason why she feels comfortable calling you at 1 a.m. is because you done let her spend the night. You done did all this other shit. Y'all are on a whole nother level now. But imagine if I was just fucking her. Imagine this. Now, people, what I'm about to say. Imagine I meet a girl. We get some drinks, right? I hit it that night, right? I don't call her till next week, and I call her again and I say, yo, what's up? Let's get together again. And I come over her house at 6 p.m. I start fucking her by 6:15, and I'm done by 6:45, and I'm out the door by 7. You understand? And then she's texting me or whatever. I ain't really responding that much to her text. I say, oh, what's up, blah, blah, blah. Let's meet up next week. Cool. Next week comes. I tell her to come through to my spot. She comes through to my spot. She comes over at 8 o'clock. I'm beating it by 8:15. By 8:45, she's out of there. You understand what I'm saying? No cuddling, no food, no nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I do the same thing again next week. Now, in her mind, what she's realizing or what she's thinking or what she's seeing is, okay, damn, there's a dude that I see and we hook up. So because of my behavior towards her, she's not going to even say, what are we? Because she knows what we are at this moment. We're fuck buddies, because my words and actions are telling her we're your fuck buddies. Do you see what I'm saying? So she's not going to even come to me with that fucking conversation of what are we? She knows. My actions are telling her. She knows. You understand what I'm saying? Now, what happens is that if she's been doing that, or we've been doing that for like 3-4 months, and then let's say I go over her house and we fuck, and then we lay in there for a minute. I say, yo, you hungry? And she says, oh yeah, I'm kind of hungry. I'm like, yo, let me take you out. I'm gonna take you out to eat real quick. So now she's like, oh shit. He never done this before. You see what I'm saying? So now she appreciates what I'm doing. She feels there's more investment in the situation, right? And so what happens is that now anything that I'm giving her from that point on beyond, or doing with her from that point on beyond, right? She respects it and she feels she earned it. And therefore she's going to act differently towards whatever she's getting at that moment. So if this girl ends up becoming my girlfriend, right? What happens is that I get a girlfriend who respects and appreciates me because of the work that she had to put in to get to that position. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is that a lot of y'all guys put women in that position for free, meaning they didn't have to work to do anything to get the position. So when they are in the position, that's when you get guys that call me up and they're like, yo, Locario, my girl, she be acting disrespectful sometimes. I'm like, wait, your girl be disrespecting you and cursing you out and doing... And then I say, well, how long you been with her? Oh, we've been together for 3 months. Of course she disrespecting you because you gave her the shit for free. You understand? I used this analogy before. A piece of paper. A diploma is a piece of paper. A flyer is a piece of paper. When somebody hands you a flyer in the street, usually you might crumble it up and put it in the garbage on the next block. If somebody hands you your diploma, you hang up that diploma and you frame it. Why? Because one you earned and one you didn't. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah. I do, man. I got this 2 questions off of that though, and then I'm out of here.
All right, real quick.
So what do you do? Yeah, real quick. If you already kind of like, you might have been like overstepped the boundary with her, how do you like bring it back? And then my second question is like, if you do want that feminine energy, what do you do in the meantime if like all your joints probably isn't just the fuck buddy phase?
No, talk to more girls, bro. That's what I'm saying. Talk to more girls if you want more women to fuck with. You understand what I'm saying? That's 1. 2, what happens is that if you fucked up already doing all that extra shit, you got to reset it. And sometimes what happens is that if you reset it, it might not work because you went too far, meaning you've done too much to where she doesn't want to reset the situation. You see what I'm saying? Because now she's like, oh, well, what's happening? Blah, blah, blah. And what I'm saying is that if you want other, more female energy, go out there and talk to more women, interact with more women, go out to bars, go out to events, start talking to girls, having conversations with new women, and then start fucking those new women. And then by the time you're doing that, you know what I'm saying? You're dealing with 3 or 4 girls. And then at some point, one of the girls is going to be at the point where you could be like, all right, cool. Let me take her out and do other extra shit and talk to her. And you understand what I'm saying? So this is the thing.
Yeah.
In order for you to have an actual substantial, positive, beneficial relationship, right? What happens is that you're going to have to say to yourself, okay, I can give all this chick all this shit at this point, but what I'm going to get in return at some point is disrespect. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. That's just how it works. Now, or you can say, hey, listen, even though I like this girl and she seems cool and she seemed like she could be on point, let me sort of fall back and take it slow and see how she responds to going along with my ride. You understand? And then what happens is that you'll get the girl if she's really about it, and then you'll get her at her best. You see what I'm saying? All right. All right, my brother.
Appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate the call, my brother. I'm a holler. Peace. All right, so let's go to 646. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, this Shia. What's up?
Shia, what's going on, my brother? Did you donate?
Yes, sir.
That's what's up. So what's going on?
Man, I'm in some deep doo-doo now.
Oh, Lord.
So yeah, so I think I may have to charge this chick, or at least pull back or reset. You know, so I just want to know how to actually, explain it to her the right way. So I mean, I could just give you a brief, I guess, recap of like, I guess, the mistakes that I probably made and what she did too, that let me know I need to pull back. So the first thing is, like I said, I told her, this is a doctor chick and I've known her for like 10 years, but only started like dating her more intimately in the past 1 to 2 months. So the first thing is, like, I told her initially, like, that I was talking to another woman because she asked me. I didn't like bring it up. She asked me, so I'm like, I ain't gonna lie about that. You know what I'm saying? So she keeps asking me every so often, you know, when was the last time I was with this other chick? When the last time we had sex? And I'm like, you don't need to keep asking me all of that because it's not going to be a productive conversation. You're not going to like it. So she keeps asking me that, and I don't want to get like frustrated and lash out. So I'm like, I'm going to need to put my foot down so that she stops asking me this question because it's none of her business.
Okay, so
that's
wait.
one thing.
So this doctor chick, how long you been fucking with this girl again?
Just over a month. I would say like a month and 2 weeks, you know, in terms of reconnecting with her. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay. So you've been dealing with this girl for a month and she acting like that?
Well, let me say 2 months. I think I'm putting it too low, but 2 months. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And
we reconnected.
You smashed.
Yes, exactly. Like, yeah, we reconnected and it was like on fast. It was on like fast forward because we knew each other. So it just went.
So wait, hold on. When you say you reconnected, but this is the first time you like fucking with her on some sex shit, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But you knew her before. Like y'all just known each other before, right?
Yeah. Like for 10 years from like college.
Okay,
yeah.
Cool. So now my question to you though is, what other shit are you doing with this woman besides smashing?
You see what I'm saying? You see, that's the part where I fucked up. All right.
See, I keep telling you guys.
Yes. Okay. Yes, you're right. I did sleep over. By her. Yeah. You can play the button.
I gotta hit you with the button, but go ahead. You slept over. How many times you slept over?
The funny thing is. I've only went to her house for Thanksgiving. So
oh my God!
Shit! Goddamn.
You went to her house for Thanksgiving, nigga? Okay. Exactly. Met the family and everything. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
No. Hold up. Wait. She lives alone. So
okay. So it was just you
at work.
Okay.
Yeah, she actually was at work that day, so I was there for the most part by myself until late at night.
Wait. You was at her place by yourself?
Yes.
So you were staying
I got there like in the morning before.
Okay, wait, hold on. So you went to her house and before Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, like the midnight, like Wednesday midnight. Like
okay,
midnight
and so you smashed and then you spent the night.
Yes.
And then you stayed the whole day until she got back from work.
Yeah, I was just doing shit on the computer and stuff like that.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what, bro. Do you understand why she asking you all this shit?
Yes, I think.
Bro, see what you guys gotta understand is this. What you guys gotta understand is this, right? Okay. Do you guys know how the subconscious mind works? Do you know how the subconscious mind works? Let me explain it to you. So if you say, don't be scared. You understand what I'm saying? The subconscious mind doesn't pick up don't. It just picks up be scared. If you say, don't cry, the subconscious mind doesn't pick up don't. It just picks up cry. You understand what I'm saying? So it's picking up whatever you're saying to do. You understand? Whether you say don't or not. Whatever the thing you're saying, that's what it picks up. And that's what you end up doing and all that other stuff, right? Now, I'm using that as an example to say this. When you guys are dealing with women, right? Even when you're basically not their boyfriend, when you're doing boyfriend shit, you are their boyfriend. You understand what I'm saying? So you're her boyfriend. Do you understand that? Even though you're not her boyfriend, right, you are her boyfriend because you're doing boyfriend shit. So you're basically saying, I'm not your boyfriend. All she sees is boyfriend because you're doing boyfriend shit. You see what I'm saying now? Because you're doing boyfriend shit, guess what you're doing? You are cheating on her. This is why she's asking you, who is all these girls you fucking with? Who you fucking with? Why are you fucking with all these girls? You understand what I'm saying? Right. Because the reason why she's asking you this is because you're coming over her house, spending the night, eating up her Cheerios and shit, hanging out on the internet and wait for her to come back home. You feel what I'm saying? Like when she walked in the door, did you go up and give her a hug and shit and a kiss and all that?
Nah, I was sleeping.
You were sleeping. so wait, when you walk,
I was cuddled. I was in her bed, cuddled.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Like, listen, I'm in April's house right now. We just hung up the Christmas tree and shit. I just helped her put up some fucking shit on the wall and all that other stuff. You see what I'm saying? I'm her boyfriend, so I do boyfriend stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Look, bro, this is what I'm telling you. You're doing. I bet you asked her how her day was, right?
Yeah,
I bet you did.
I mean, I did.
Hold on, I got some exclusive audio of you asking her how her day was.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds, so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Bruh. This is what I'm telling you.
Here's the last thing too, Locario. Here's the build up to why I'm gonna push the brakes on it. And I know I made a lot of mistakes. Even though I listen to you guys, sometimes you just find a person that you know what I'm saying, and you make mistakes.
Oh, God, you see, you said I'm just like the other caller. You just said like young grandpa. You was just like him. You said, man, when you find that one,
Yeah.
No, listen. Let me tell you guys something. Let me keep it real with y'all. When I'm gonna keep it real.
He lives in Brooklyn, right?
Wait, Shy, you live in Brooklyn?
Yes.
Okay, April, what you?
I got all kinds of projects you can come over and do.
Oh, April said if you want to hang up some shit in the house and do actually, you could do that. But this is the thing. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real though. See, when I met April, I was like, yo, April is the truth. But guess what? I was like, let me fall back a little bit though. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't like, yo, let's do this and be together. And no, you got to chill for a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that you can't like a chick and be feeling her like, okay, she seems like she's on point, but y'all got to slow that shit down. You know what I'm saying? So what's going to happen is again, you're going to have to reset it. And if, you might have gone too far, bro. You might have gone too far.
But let me tell you, the last thing, before I get out here. The last thing was, where I feel like I need to kind of just, charge her or just pull back. Mm-hmm. So pretty much she'd been asking me for a picture for like, from the first time we started reconnecting, she wanted a picture to put in her phone. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna send it when I'm ready. Mm-hmm. So every week she would ask me, hey, I've been waiting now. Can you send me the picture now? So I just always said, no, I'll send it when I'm ready. I'm not going to send it because you're asking for it. So the crib, like I said, for Thanksgiving, and, she had a dildo, she told me about her dildo and whatnot. So I'm like, listen, let me take a dildo from her. Cause I'm like, listen, what you need a dildo for if you got me? So I took a dildo and I put it in my bag, and then she said, "What are you taking my dildo for? Give me back my dildo."
Wait, hold on. So, Shy, you was walking around with a dildo in your bag in Brooklyn?
No, hold up. Let me get to that point. Hold on. So I took her dildo from her book bag, and I took it from her drawer and I put it in my bag. It's a little bit of a struggle, but I got it, and I put it in my book bag. So finally, later on that day, she asked for a picture again. I'm like, give me 3 reasons why I should give you the picture. She was like, oh, well, I gave you my dildo. I'm so, I like it so much and I gave it to you. I'm like, all right, you know what? You gave me a dildo. I could send you a picture. So boom, I sent her the picture, right, of me. When I left her house, like the Friday after Thanksgiving, I checked my book bag, no dildo. She took her dildo back. So I sent her the picture, and she took the dildo back to my bag. So I felt like disrespected. Like she disrespected me because she tricked me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, nah. I'm like, yo, nah. I felt really disrespected.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
I don't know, man. So I'm like,
what is going on with you guys, man? You up there stealing these women dildos and sex toys and shit? Damn. Bruh. What is going on? And listen, this is the thing, bro.
Yeah, I'm like,
this is the thing.
I'm like, listen, she got to prove that she's into me. Like, give me a dildo, and I'm going to confiscate it.
No,
I'm going to get it back.
That ain't the move. This is the thing. You can't see what you're doing is this. You're also being inconsistent with your actions and your words, bro. You know why? Because see, you trying to have big dick energy, but then at the same time, you understand what I'm saying? Like you spending the night and cuddling and all. You see what I'm saying? Like you're like, oh, you got to earn my attention and earn me being with you, but you're already with her. You feel what I'm saying? Like you can't do both at the same time. It's either you all the way simping and doing all this other shit, or you making her earn it. You understand? You can't be in and out wishy-washy like that. So this is why shit it's not really flowing right, because you're not really consistent. Right. You're not standing on your shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, bro, I'm telling you, listen, this is, look, it seemed like.
So what should I do?
Listen, this is what it is, bro. It seemed like you took it too far. You understand? Meaning, you spend the night at her house and shit, spending Thanksgiving and all that other stuff. Now, again, you could still turn this around. You could tell her, hey, listen, we got to talk. You know what I'm saying? And just be like, look, all that other shit I was doing from before, we was moving a little too fast. We got to slow it down. So, and then once you say that, you say, this is what we're going to do to slow it down. And then you reverse that shit. Be like, listen, I'll catch you next week. And this is what you do. You go over her crib, or you have her come over your crib, whichever. Or a matter of fact, no, go over her crib, right? Don't spend the night. Go over her, and this is what you do. Go over her crib at night, right? Like 11:30 midnight, fuck the shit out of her, right? After you nut, right? You lay there for maybe like 2 minutes, and then you get up and then you leave. You understand? She's like, where you going? Why don't you stay the night? No. We moving this slow. I'm not spending the night. You understand? And then you bounce, and then you don't see her until next week. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to start it over. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got to do.
Right. Okay.
All right, my brother.
Got you.
All right, man.
All right. Should I address that? Should I address that dildo situation as disrespect?
No, bruh. That's just that's just weird, bro. Just let that shit go, man. Don't be stealing chicks' dildos, man. Goddamn, man. Like,
all right, man. I'm good. All right, cool. I won't do it.
All right, Holla. Peace. Oh man. Oh, y'all crazy. Oh, are you can order the food now? Oh, you order it? Okay, go. Man, all right. So let's go to 862-804 and then 224, and then we're gonna head up out of here because I'm not gonna make this too long. But 862, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, what's good, man? It's Justin from Jersey.
What up, my brother? Did you donate?
Yeah, I donated, man. Black Lives.
Yes, sir. So what's going on, man? What's going on?
Both.
What's good?
Yeah, I just had two questions, man. So I didn't get a chance to call in last time. It's like the man mindset thing, and I think EO Everett Overton, the dating coach, he was talking about how your sexual attraction, or like the way you're enamored with the woman, the way she looks, can sometimes take away from your game, take away from your manhood, or whatever the case may be. And I just want to know. First question was just I know you talk about complimenting women when you first see them, and what would you say like kind of like the difference between how could you go too far and like when you first meet a woman and complimenting her, and how could you go too far when you and complimenting her to make it seem like you're coming on, or like you're kind of like enamored with her beauty or whatever. Like what's the boundary line between those two things?
Right.
Like,
now I know what you're saying. This is the thing. Everything is a lot of this is about intention. It's not necessarily what you're doing. A lot of times it's the intention behind what you're doing. You understand? But a lot of times, so for example, right? Let's say, okay, for example, like let's say you, a guy meets a woman for a first date, right? And he's bringing her flowers because he's trying to impress her. You understand? He's trying to be the perfect gentleman because that's what he thinks he needs to do to get the ass and yada, 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 right? So now he's simping. You understand what I'm saying? Because he's buying those flowers to impress her and all this other stuff, right? So his intention is that I'm gonna get the flowers, I'm gonna be the perfect gentleman, and then she's gonna, think I'm the nicest guy ever and the greatest guy ever, and she's gonna give me some ass. So he's simping right now. Let's say you got a guy who has been with his woman for 5 years, and he's taking her on a date and he buys her flowers. So now his intention is, hey, this is our anniversary. You understand? I'm showing my woman how much I appreciate the fact that she has, held it down for 5 years. You understand? Now, in his situation, it's not simping because his intention is different. The situation and the context is different. You see what I'm saying? So the act is the same. It's two guys buying women flowers. One is simping, one is not. You understand what I'm saying? So now let's take that to talking to a girl, complimenting her, talking about you thinking she hot and all this other stuff. So now if you're in a situation where you're hollering at a chick and you're like, oh my God, you're so hot, you're so sexy, oh my goodness, like you're worshiping her, you understand? You're the type of guy that your energy and your intention is to be like, I want this girl to know how beautiful I think she is and how much of a queen I think she is because I want her to like me and to have her, I want her to think that I'm like, a guy who really cares about her, like all this other shit. You understand what I'm saying? Versus a guy who's saying, hey, miss, I came over here because I thought you were sexy as hell. What's your name? You understand? He's real smooth with it. And he's just letting her know that he thought she was hot because that's the way he talks to chicks. You understand what I'm saying? That he's interested in really, getting to know her, make something happen. You see what I'm saying? So all of it is really about your intention. You see what I'm saying? The intention is going to let you know what it is. And your intention on why you're doing what you're doing. So it's not actually the things that you're saying and the things that you're doing. It's the reason behind why you're doing and saying the things that you're doing or saying. You see what I mean? So it's not like cut and dry as like, never compliment a girl or never, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to have that type of vibe. You see what I'm saying? Because based off of your intention, but also based off the context of the situation, right? It makes a difference. Just like you might have a guy who he's going out, he's buying women drinks at the bar because his intention is, I want to get girls to talk to me. So this is the way I know how to get girls to talk to me. So I got to buy them a drink so that, I'll feel comfortable talking to them and they'll feel comfortable talking to me because I bought them something. You understand? That's he's insecure, he's simping and all that other shit, right? Versus if a guy's talking to a girl, having a good conversation, they've been talking for like, let's say maybe 25 minutes, half an hour, the vibe is good. He's feeling her. He could see that she's feeling him. And he says, you know what you drinking? Let me get you something real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a drink too, right? That's different because at that point in the situation and in the context of the situation, they're already vibing. He already sees the vibe is there between him and the girl, and he's not buying it for her to try to get her to talk to him. He's buying it because in that moment he wants a drink and he's like, yo, I'm gonna get you a drink too, and we're gonna keep vibing. You see what I'm saying? So it's different situations, intention, in different contexts. You see what I'm saying?
I got you on that. And like, if you like when you say call her sexy, like when you first meet her, like you trying to flirt, like that's you say that's basically like flirting, right? Just,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if that's the way, if that's the way that you're coming, right? If you're like, hey, I'm flirting with this girl and this is how I flirt because this is how I run my game, then yeah, that's what you do. You see what I'm saying? So this is the thing you got to understand about game. There are general things that will work across the board in general, but you still have to tailor your game to yourself, to who you are. Because when I approach women, right, and I'm talking to them, right, and I talk about this on the other show, what makes it work for me, and I've taught this a lot to other guys, and I've seen it work for hundreds of other dudes or whatever, and what it is that when I'm talking to a woman, or I'm flirting with a woman, or interacting with her and trying to make something happen, there's 90%, I say like 95% of the time, because there's a small percentage of the time where I'm just doing it just because I'm bored and, there's a chick there. But 95% of the time, there's something about the woman that I'm interested in, which is why I'm talking to her and which is why I'm saying the things that I'm saying. So I might see a girl and let's say if she has like, a fat ass or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Then I might say, I might walk up to her and be like, damn, listen, I came over here because your body is banging like a motherfucker. So I'm over here saying what's popping. So what's your name? How you doing? What's up, Stacy? Nice to meet you, Stacy. I'm MrLocario. Listen, I think you know what I'm saying? Like I'm already going in. And the thing is that I'm feeling that way about this situation right now, which is why I'm saying that in that situation. You see what I mean? But the problem is a lot of other guys, what they would do is that they would see that same girl, think she's bad, but they're coming to her and they're talking to her in a way where it seems like they're seeking approval. You see what I'm saying? Through complimenting her. Versus I'm not seeking approval. This is just the way I talk. You feel what I'm saying? This is just the way I'm coming at her. You see what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's about the intentions and the context. You see what I mean?
Okay. And then one last quick question, man. I listen to a lot of your Bad Boy membership, and I'm kind of like you. Like one time you said that you rather do the lounge instead of the club, but sometimes you know there's nothing else going on, so you know you gotta get to the club, and it's loud music, and you can't really. I mean I'm kind of out of my element there when it comes to just kicking it. I mean talking to girls or whatever, flirting and kicking it to them.
Right. So
I was just saying what. And you can make a Bad Boy membership on this. Like, what kind of? How would you approach that situation? Like, if you want to kind of flirt with somebody, get them sexually, excited and everything in the club, but it's loud music, and you don't want to. You already kind of feel awkward in that situation. How would you approach that?
No, well, I got a. When did you join the membership?
Now I'm about to get back on it this month. But,
okay, because I have a program on there where I talk about how to get girls from the club back to your place. So I talk about like how to do that. You see what I'm saying? So I break down exactly how to do that shit. You feel what I mean? So, but the thing is, I'll just say this. Most of y'all gotta get on that membership to hear this and talk and see how I break it down. But just in general. Right. And I say this all the time. The clubs are the hardest place to pick up chicks. Yeah. The hardest. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why it's the hardest is because there's so many obstacles in the situation in the way of making the shit happen. You understand? Because you got women that usually go there with their friends. So you got to interact with them and their friends and try to pull them away from the friends. You got even just getting in the club sometimes there's certain spots you won't even get in unless you got a woman with you. For you to even get in the fucking spot. You understand what I'm saying? Also, you have situations where you have women who are there at the club or at the spot who's paid to be there and they're working. So some of them, you won't even really get to make nothing happen with them that night or whatever because they're working, meaning that they're the atmosphere models, the women that they hire to be in the VIPs and all this other shit. You understand? So it's all, and it's loud as fuck. You understand? It's crowded as fuck a lot of times. If you're in one of those dance spots, you understand? It's so much shit going on down there that it makes it a little difficult, but it's not impossible. And if you know what you're doing, you can make it really happen in the club. You feel what I'm saying? So I suggest get up on there again, listen to that program. Anybody else that want to learn how to get the girls at the club, go back to get on the Bad Boy membership and check out the program that I have called How to Get Girls from the Club Back to Your Place. You feel what I'm saying? And get that shit cracking.
Got you.
All right, my brother.
All right, I didn't even know that was about, but yeah. All right, good look.
All right, man. Thanks. I'm a holla. Peace. All right, so we're gonna go to 804 and then 224, and then we are out of here. 804, what's popping? 804.
Hey, MrLocario, this is. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Yeah, this is Vanzi. I sent the email to you that you responded to the first time.
Oh, okay, so you're the guy from the email earlier. Okay, so what's good with you? What's good with you? Though?
Yeah.
So what's good with you?
Not much, man. It happened a while ago. I just wanted to, it kind of put me in my head with my interactions with women. I just kind of wanted to get some closure and kind of try to figure out why she felt that way about me so I can improve my interactions further. Right. And, you're right. I made a really indirect approach. And that was kind of like, this was like a while ago when I was like watching dating coaches who are a little bit more like, who teach us to be a little bit more indirect and not validate and not flirt. And I realize the importance of doing that now because she needs to know that, your intentions, your energy needs to be consistent. And, I was just wondering, I think in my follow-up email, I asked you if she, so is that why she thought I was weird? Was because I kind of flipped it? Is that the reason you started?
Yeah, well, this is the thing. This is the thing. You have to understand. See, what you got to understand is, and this is hard for most people to understand, right? and I'll use this example, right? There was a speaking course that I bought years ago, right? And it teaches you how to market your services to like speak at different colleges, events, stuff like that, right? And so one of the things that I learned in there, and he was talking about, you know, networking and stuff, right? So what he did was the guy who did the program, he basically said that he when he would ask for testimonials for his so he would, let's say for example, he would go to a college and he would do an event, and he would do a speaking event. So then after he did the speaking event, what he would do is that he would try to get testimonials from some of the people that was at the college that saw the event, right? And then so he would send them a sheet, and the sheet would say something like, hey, you know, he would send them an email saying, hey, I would love a testimonial from you about my performance or my speaking engagement. And what he would do is he would have ready-made testimonials already, and then he would have at the bottom of the page blank lines where they could write their own if they want to. So what he did was he gave them an option to circle something he already wrote that was similar to something that they would think as far as his performance. Because he would say, hey, can you write a positive testimonial? So he would have 5 or 6 ones written out already, right? And then all the person had to do was circle it if they didn't feel like taking time to think of their own. Now, the reason why he did that was because he understood the people he were asking for testimonials were busy. He said these are busy people that have busy schedules, so they don't got time to sit there and write their own testimonial about me. So what he's saying is that I'm giving them the option to help me out by circling one of the things that they would say. And so the reason why he did that is because, again, he knew that they were busy. He knew that they were busy because he understood things from their perspective. You understand what I'm saying? So him knowing things from their perspective made him say, oh, well, let me do this to make it easier for them. Therefore, it makes it easier for me. Now, the reason why I'm using that example is a lot of men don't understand things from a woman's perspective. You see what I'm saying? And it's hard for guys to understand this because, of course, you're just living your own life. And even women don't understand things from a man's perspective, which is why a lot of women be losing. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if you understand things from a woman's perspective, what you got to understand is that women will generally get a lot of guys who are indirect, who are scared, who don't really know what they're doing when they're interacting with women. So what happens is that when that goes down, right? Usually when she gave those guys a chance or certain things happen with those guys, things usually didn't work out because they were usually the guys who were needy, the guys who were insecure, the guys who didn't really know what they were doing. And then that caused her to be in situations that were uncomfortable and that were annoying, or that were even in certain situations life-threatening, because she could have been with a dude who was crazy, a stalker, whatever. So now understanding that perspective, right? You say to yourself, well, am I the guy who is similar to those dudes, or I'm the guy the opposite of those guys? Meaning, am I the guy who's the confident guy, the guy that's going to have shit handled, the guy who's going to be direct, decisive, confident, charismatic, and all that other stuff, so that I am different than 99% of these other dudes? But what happened is that what you did something that 98, 99% of other dudes do, was be extremely indirect, be scared to say what you want to say. And then therefore, that's what made her see you as quote unquote weird or funny style or whatever, is because you were being like the other guys who she perceived as weird and funny style. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, no. And I'm much more direct now. If I could go back in time and make that approach again, I would have gone up to her and been like, hey, listen, I think you're kind of cute. That's what I do now. I approach girls in public. I don't just practice on girls in class and at work. That's what I used to do. When I first started watching these videos, I'll just practice it on girls in class and work. But I make sure I holler at a lot of girls, at least 15 or 20 girls a week. And I'm very direct now. I learned from that experience. I learned from other experiences, because nothing good comes out of being indirect. You either get called weird or you get friend zoned because she thinks you're just trying to make a new friend.
Exactly. That's right. And that's what I'm saying. And so all it really is that you got to be confident enough to say what you want and be about what you're about, and then let the woman respond to that. You understand? Let her say yay or nay. Let her get with it or not get with it. And it's all good, because what happens is if she does get with it, you understand that she's really about it because she's responding to that. And if she doesn't get with it, then you ain't wasting your time. You know what I'm saying? You could just move on. And that's that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And one more thing I just wanted to clear up. Yeah, I understand. Is that you're saying is like a rejection proof way? It's not exactly like I knew she could have rejected me afterwards. I guess just kind of at that moment, I just was kind of scared to be told no, sorry, or something like that. To kind of be rejected. So I felt like asking her for a number for notes would make her say like, you know, she couldn't really say no to that. And then I could figure out later by texting her, hey, you want to get together? But it didn't turn out good. I'm not going to make that mistake again. And, you know, I'm much more desensitized to rejection. So it doesn't really bother me.
Right. No, and that's good. And that's good because now, something like, because now you're getting to that point where you're learning. Like, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
Yeah. It's really not that bad. It's usually just something like, I'm good, I have a boyfriend. Rejection is really not that bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's just something like, I'm good, I have a boyfriend. So it's not a big deal.
Right. So yeah, man, that's all it is, man. Yeah. Just, you know, have that confidence, you know, let them know what you want and then let the chips fall where they may. And that's it. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you got to do.
Sure.
All right, my brother.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the call.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go to 224, and then we are out of here. 224, what's popping? Who this?
How's it going, MrLocario? I'm Emmanuel. I'm a first-time caller. I did donate on Cash App.
Appreciate it. What's going on?
So I actually had a similar situation to the caller, two people before me. So I'm a 20-year-old college student. And honestly, I'm a club rat. I'm one of the guys, like, I kind of like, because of listening to your videos, I like kind of know what I want. And I actually just enjoy the club for what it is.
Right.
Now, my issue was that I've been having is that I've actually been having problems with closing specifically. Like, so to put it in perspective, this year, and out of all, the entire year, I've made out with maybe 120 different chicks, all over the spectrums, 5s or 10s or, you know, whatever. They're just them, you know, 5s through 10s, like I would consider. But I have a little bit, and out of those like 120 plus, I've maybe slept with 5 chicks out of all of that. And I was just wondering, like, to clarify, like, I don't know where the like lag, where the miscommunication, because usually I'm seeing, like, I'm hearing like, oh, when you're making out with a chick, basically it means things are popping off now. Like, I'm grabbing the ass, I'm like, I'm starting to kiss on their necks, but I don't quite get to close the deal at the very end. And I don't understand why, because I'm like learning, I'm being dominant, I'm doing all of that stuff. It just seems like so many, like, you know, I don't know, some happens and all of a sudden it's just like the chick is all of a sudden gone. And I'm like,
right.
You know, what the
also, okay, this is the thing you got to understand though too, about women in clubs and kissing and all that shit, making out and all that other stuff. There's a difference between a woman making out with you and because she's like feeling you and sexually attracted to you to that extent, and a woman kissing you and kissing up on you and all up on you because she's just, you know, having fun or just enjoying the attention. You understand what I'm saying? And so you have a lot of guys, like I remember there was a club that I went to once, this is like a few years ago, and it was one of these joints where they had like 18 and over night or some shit. So there was like younger chicks in there and all this other stuff. So there was these chicks, like two random different girls just rolled up on me and basically tried to kiss me in the mouth. You understand what I'm saying? Like it was nothing. You see what I mean? So it's like chicks will do that type of shit in those environments. So what I'm saying is that you have chicks that are like that. But let me ask you this. When you're kissing these girls and going, you know, going back and forth with them, what are you doing as far as pulling them out the spot? Like, what are you saying to get to the point or try to get to the point where you can make something happen? Like, what's your strategy or whatever?
The best way I can explain it, could I give an example of like what happened? Because I was at the club yesterday. Like I said, I love the club. I'm in my hometown right now. I have college. I live in college. I mean, I'm in college in a different city, but right now I'm back in my hometown, so I don't really have a place to come with my parents. But what I did, it was a married woman, and I was making out and stuff with her. You know, she had her friend next to her. Her friend had like a guy who you would call like maybe doesn't have great game, but she said she was like looking at. Anyway, that's their situation doesn't matter. But yeah, I had her. We started making out, and I was basically my excuse was like, "Hey, let's just go to your car real quickly because I do need some gum. I heard you have some gum in your car." And it's like a weird excuse or whatever, but it would just work just so it made sense or whatever. So then I make sure the friend's comfortable with me because, you know, those friends will definitely get in the way. And so then I actually, like, I grabbed the married woman by the hand. I take her out to the car. One of the things that happened, actually, while we were in the car, I was trying to just instantly go to the back seat because that's where things usually can get popping, not in the front because of that little thing in the middle. But she actually had a baby car seat thing in her back seat, which, you know, I'm 20. I'm like, I don't know how to remove that stuff. And I was like, all right, well, then I'll just sit in the front. So then we start making out, kissing. I start kissing on her neck, grabbing her boobs, all of that stuff, grabbing. And then all of a sudden, right in the middle of it, while I'm doing it, she's like, you know, I can't do this. I'm cheating. Like all of a sudden, she just has like some form of.
Hold on. Let me ask you a question because you said you live at home with your parents, right? You said how old are you?
I'm 20.
Okay, so now the girls that you smashed, you say you smashed like 5 of these girls or whatever. Where'd you smash them at?
Okay, so usually what I do, there's a hotel right across from the club. It's logistically very great for like pulling, and then like some of the girls in college, I'll pull because I live like 2 minutes from the bars. I always make sure the location is close so it's not an inconvenience and it's not like something that's out of the way. It's like so you said
hold on. So you said you would go to the hotel or you would go to your house or your spot or their dorm room?
Yeah, there's a hotel across the street. I just buy a room there.
Okay. So now why didn't you buy the room with this married lady?
I just didn't buy it because honestly I was like, well, her car is closer. Her car is like right there and there's the back seat, and then you know, I was like,
right.
You know,
So now these girls the 5 girls that you smashed, they were for all the girls you pulled from the club?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what did you do to get those girls to the hotel to smash? What did you do?
Okay. So one of them was a MILF. That was the second most recent one. What I did was actually we were talking or whatever. She wasn't feeling me. This is before I knew, but like I just kind of like understanding myself and starting to get my inner game together. But basically I left. I was like, hey, listen, you're being disrespectful by talking to your friend and like looking away and doing all of this stuff. So I'm gonna put my attention elsewhere. Later in the night, I always have this like funny phrase with my friends that product placement is key. Usually at the end of the night, I'll place myself talking with my friends nearby the women. So then usually if they haven't had another guy that they found like, you know, just like whatever reason, just did it for them more, then, you know, they'll come back to me because they'll remember the strength that I gave them. And then the strength that I
you just getting the low hanging fruit at the end of the night and you're just like, hey, come on, let's make it happen. And then they come through.
Well, no, it's not. I don't call them low-hanging fruit because I initially approached them because there was something I liked about them.
No, but this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to get to. This is what I'm trying to get to understand. What I'm trying to get you to understand is the same thing you did with those 5 women that you went and took them to the spot and made it happen. Why aren't you doing that to the other women? What I'm saying is the same thing that you did that's working. Why don't you do that again and again and again?
So, well, here, at least this is in my hometown right here. Like I said, I've only been here for a week, but in terms of the college situation, I'll bring girls home, but in college, it's almost impossible to just take one girl singularly. They always just want to bring their friends, like, and I have my friends and they just want to like go as a group together and then try to like everybody kind of do their own thing. So I've been trying to figure out like, but
this is what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. What's the difference between now and then? Because I'm saying like you done it 5 times. So what I'm saying is, what's the difference between those times and now? You saying there's more women around? There's more like what's the situation? What's the difference?
I'm sorry, you just cut out on me really much.
Yeah, so I'm saying what's the difference now? What I'm saying is the same shit you did to get the 5 chicks to fuck you in the hotel. What's the difference now that you can't do that now? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm going back to my college like tomorrow. So that's just like a thing I do when I'm here in my hometown. I was only here for a week, but that was just the closest example because it happened literally yesterday.
So what I'm saying is wherever you're at, when you go home, wherever you're at, why can't you do what you did for the 5 girls? I don't care if you were in Alaska, Nebraska, wherever. What I'm saying is the same shit you did to pull those 5 women. Why aren't you doing that again? That's what I'm saying.
And my thing is, I feel like in reality, I am doing the thing. As a matter of fact, I think I'm way more confident and way more direct, especially because you told me about the direct thing. I wasn't really about the direct thing before, but I say I'm way more confident now than I was then, and I'm doing the same thing. All I do is like make out, grab it, try to warm them up, spice them up, and all of that stuff. And then I would say, hey, let's get out of here. Let's go back to mine. Or sometimes, like, I've been trying to experiment with, like, even if they don't want to go back to mine because they don't want to completely leave their friends, like, hey, let's just go around the corner of this bar. There's like a little secluded spot where, it's a little bit dim there and we can get it popping right there. I don't care, but.
Right. So what it could be, and this is the thing, what it is probably this, bro. You see, either because what I'm trying to get to is I want to know what's similar that you did to get the 5 girls. Like, what is the similar thing you did? Like, what's the common thing you did in each of these situations to get the girls? That's what I'm trying to see. Because it's something that's missing that you're not saying, or something you're leaving out. Or so, like, what I'm saying is, what did you do?
I literally just I don't. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know what I did. That was with those 5 girls. It was so different because, like, in my eyes, I'm always, I'm just doing the same thing.
See, this is why this type of stuff is the type of thing where you would need actual coaching, and I would actually have to be there with you, seeing what you're doing, because what it is that you're at a stage where you're intermediate, meaning you don't know why you made stuff happen. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's almost like objectively, it's like you got lucky 5 times because you don't necessarily know what you're doing. You see what I'm saying? Because the thing with when you really understand what you're doing in the game, you'd be able to take what you did and just copy and paste what you did and keep doing it over and over again. You see what I'm saying? Now, doesn't mean it's going to happen the same way every time, but what happens is that you're going to get more situations going on than not, because you know what you're doing. So what I'm saying is that you might have to start paying more attention to what you're doing, but also learning more how to make things go down. You understand what I'm saying? So right now it sounds like you got shit popping, but it was sort of haphazard. It just kind of like fell in your lap type shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I feel like, because in my situation, like, I've done some, like, I've gone through, like, I've been through like a group of 5, and sometimes, but like the making out part is the easy part. I honestly, it's to the point where I don't even want to kiss these girls anymore, like, because like I just want to get to the other goal. I was like, yo, making out, this is cool and all, but if I'm not closing, then why am I wasting?
Right, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is the what you did when you closed it the other times. There are certain things that you did, or you probably did, that you don't realize, or you just were lucky at those times. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's what I'm saying. So when you're asking, okay, how do I close more? You probably don't know how to close, period. You just either lucked up on the closing at those times, or you did something that you don't realize you did. So that's what I'm saying, where this is where it would have to be where either you would need some type of in-person coaching, or you would need some sort, because you don't have no problem approaching girls, talking to girls, making out with girls, which is cool. But the thing is that if you don't know what you're doing, or you don't know how to replicate shit to make it happen over and over again, it's like you might as well have not known to. It's like you might as well had not been doing what you've been doing anyway, because you don't know how to make it happen again. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that what you want to do is you want to learn more games so that you know exactly what you're doing, so that you can replicate it and do it again and again. So that's what I think with your issue is that you need to learn and understand what to do, how to do it, and then how to keep doing it. You see what I'm saying? That's what I think is the issue with you at this point. You feel what I'm saying? But bro, if you want some coaching, holla at your boy, because I think you're good in the sense that you're able to talk to girls, get them sort of sexually interested in you, making out, doing that other type of stuff. But the thing is that you don't necessarily know how to specifically close that deal. So therefore, you're not really getting it happening on a consistent basis. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, my brother. Well, hit me up, man.
So, can I just ask one more question?
Yeah, real quick.
One more short question.
Real quick.
So there's another thing that I might have heard that, like, it's a deal with the whole ego fucking thing. I've been struggling with this because, like, I was a virgin like a year ago, and you know, I was able to like transform things. I always believed in the winner's mentality and improving and analyzing. But it's like now it's gotten to the point, like, the badder the chick, like, in reality, I think this could be part of the issue. Like, when I'm seeing them, like, I'm like, okay, cool, she's hot. That's not really the part that attracts me. As a matter of fact, and I don't know how to say it, but it sounds weird, but like, it's the idea of like, did I fuck that chick? Not that I'm like putting her on value, but I know that a lot of my peers do. And it's like that idea of raising my social like value in terms of at the college campus, because I'm not a frat dude. I used to be an athlete, but not an athlete anymore.
Right.
And
But see that, that's what I'm saying. All of that right there, that's an issue. You see what I'm saying? That's an issue, because from you saying that, but then also the thing you were saying earlier about, oh, you know, I talked to her and then I sort of left her alone and then I put myself in the vicinity to, you know, all this other shit, is that you're doing too much thinking about all this other extra shit that ain't got nothing to do with you actually making anything happen. Because if you're in a situation and you're like, yo, there's this chick over here I want to talk to. Let me holler at her and let me interact with her, see what the vibe is, and then I'm gonna pull her out the spot. But now you're thinking, damn, well, is this girl hot enough? Who's watching me doing what I'm doing? Is my boys gonna think she's hot enough to talk? Like, you're all over the place with that other shit, which is causing you to not even focus on the thing that you need to even do, which is probably why you don't even realize why you did what you did in the first place from what we was talking about before. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying, where it's certain things that you're paying attention to that you don't need to pay attention to, that's actually fucking up the success you could have. You see what I'm saying? So you're paying attention to the wrong shit and you're thinking about the wrong stuff and you're worried about the wrong things. You see what I'm saying? When it comes to you, like, see, guys who are advanced at the game, right? What they do is they don't really do anything special. They just know what works. You understand what I'm saying? And the thing that works is they understand what they need to do for themselves specifically in order to get from point A to point B. You see what I'm saying? So right now, you're out there, you're talking to these girls, you're making out with these chicks, but you don't necessarily know how you're doing it. You don't know, you can't even explain how to make the thing happen that happened. You see what I'm saying? So this is what I'm talking about, where the things that you need to learn, right? You need to learn them so you can implement them into whatever you're doing now to make it even better, so that you know how to do it now. So now when you go out to these spots, you don't got to be like, damn, I'm just making out with all these girls and nothing's happening, right? Now you know how to go from the making out to get to the point where you're actually pulling them out the spot and actually making things happen on a consistent basis. You see what I'm saying? That's the part that you're missing, is the how to do it. You're doing it, but you don't know how it's being done and how to replicate it. It still goes back to the same thing. And on top of that, if you're thinking about all this other ego shit and about, oh, the girl is hotter and what this person's gonna think, you're fucking up your whole shit. You feel me? But yo, hit me up, brother, and we could definitely, you know what I'm saying? I could definitely speak more on some coaching shit. But I appreciate the call, man. And guys, that's pretty much it, people. Listen, remember, make sure you guys go to mr.locario.com. The Black Friday sale is still on. It is over tomorrow night, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Anybody else who's calling in, hit me up tomorrow when we do the show, me and Miles, and call in, and we'll get you at that point. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that's pretty much it. And I'm going to be out of here. I'm going to play the trailer one more time so you guys understand what you get on the Black Friday sale. And I will talk to y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. And it's that time of the year where I drop my Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale. All right. So this year, what you're going to get is, when you buy the Truth About the Game seminar, you're going to get the Bad Boy seminar for free. Okay, so basically you're getting 2 seminars for the price of 1. Now remember, this is only from Black Friday to Cyber Monday. Okay, so make sure that you guys click the link below to get your copy of the Truth About the Game seminar, and you'll get the Bad Boy seminar for free for the Black Friday through Cyber Monday sale.
I have a boyfriend.
Get out of here.
You're important because you're different. You're not a creep or somebody to be flaked on.
She could have talked to 15, 20, 30 different guys today. Then you came up and you just said, hey, what's up? How you doing? And she's like, oh, who's this? You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength that you're you.
If you like checking the girl out as she walks past you, do that shit. Did she call you a creep for that? Fuck her.
You've been living in a society that's been pumping you for 30 years to tell you you ain't shit.
So I'm not asking you for anything. I'm presenting an opportunity for you to get to know me because I'm that dude. Like, you see what I'm saying? I am that dude. My name is Miles Cunningham. What they're really doing is they're deflecting. They're deflecting because they all know this is a fucking game. They don't wear dresses like this because they don't know that that you guys want to put your dick in them. They know this. They know this. It's a game. First rule. Never listen to women.
The only thing you need to listen to a woman is when she says no or I'm pregnant. Everything else you don't need to, that's it.